How do you feel about the gays? Call of the Night episode 5 happened, and last time I had some thoughts on where this dynamic could potentially go. I wasn't ready. They're so cute. That's not fair. How dare you blindside me with all this lesbian angst? Kabura, no. So the reason why Haru was framed in the light last episode, while also having all these little hints of something maybe more to her action, something darker. It's because Kabura, the side of Haru that Kabura saw was there. It was the good side, Haru helped free Kabura from really her human life, where it was nothing but suffering with her illness and stuff. So it was like she saw Haru as this way out, this light at the end of the tunnel, a chance to restart, do something new, turn her whole life upside down. And the problem is that she just missed all the warning signs, which visually it was all indicated that the side that Haru was showing to Kabura was not all that there was to Haru. I mean, what is a girl supposed to do when she falls in love with somebody and then that woman is like, oh, by the way, I got pregnant with a human. We're gonna get married, but not really married, but married, and I gotta go take care of my kid. Bye. Someone had mentioned in the comments last time how Haru smoking the cigarettes was also kind of an indicator that the side of Haru that Kabura saw was not all that there was to Haru. Oh, and that comes back later in such a great way, where Kabura, after the flashback, takes she's smoking a cigarette and she's like, wow, this tastes terrible. This is awful. And it's she's been through so much, no! Last time I was like, oh, I wonder what would have changed Kabura from this timid girl to then she's she's going out and getting drunk and just letting loose. And it's oh, that's a new side to her. That's pretty cool. She's having fun. And then she had her heart broken and Nazuna was there. And oh my god, the pained expression on her face when she walks in on Nazuna, and the character animation, that just the moment of all the emotions, oh my god, why did Haru leave me? But here's the spitting image, the split, whatever the fucking phrase is, mirror image of Haru, and I want to protect her, but also I want to kill her. Kabura just goes from one trauma, one traumatic life to another. God, the little, looks that they give each other at the bar, and the guys invite them out drinking, and then they outdrink them. They're so cute. Fuck you, Haru. Damn, this is the second episode in a row where the vampire hunter girl didn't really do a whole lot, so I guess I'm being horny over another character. And I guess the thing with Haru then is she could have done that out of malice, but she did help Kabura, so it's that could have just been by chance, and she just needed someone to take care of her kid, or she did genuinely care about Kabura, but just couldn't live that life with her. Oh, and the little line that Kabura has where there's the moon in the background and she's just looking at the ground and it's a bottom up shot. I don't know what the term would be. It's just oh, I'm not her lover. I can't make children with her. I'm just one of her offspring. It's lesbian angst. The harsh noise is back and it's still good. I don't really have anything new to add, but I still like it a lot. I guess there is one shot with Kabura, when she walks in on Nazuna and there are all the sparks around her eye, and it's just the shock to the system. It's just oh, and then all the flashes of Haru and just this person that she loves more than anyone else, and the complicated emotions because she just abandoned Kabura. And speaking of, Nazuna's character makes way more sense now that she has this cool thematic depth of being half human, half vampire, and that separates her from all the other characters. I really like also Kabura's line at the end with Ko and all that dialogue, where it's Kabura also has very conflicting emotions, and Ko thinks he has a read on her, but she's like, it's insulting, don't think you know who I am, and like, just like regrets she might have, like, did I do a good job, Haru? You know, that Kabura cares about Nazuna, like, genuinely, but also Nazuna is this, like, living embodiment of her just being abandoned, too. I think the vampires in general are just, like, a really cool embodiment of like otherness. You know, last time I mentioned kind of the queer reading with Kabura, because she's a lesbian, but now it's also like, oh, that's why she tries to steal other people's offspring, or like the people that like other vampires are trying to turn, because it's like she had her love stolen away from her. This episode hurt me. There was another shot, like when Kabura's reading the letter from Haru, and she's up on the roof, and there's another shot of her like upside down, because it's like, well, when she met Haru, her world was kind of turned on its head, because now she's a vampire and she was able to leave behind all of her human like baggage. But now it's happened again, where like she found her like guiding light, and she got out from that pain and sickness, but that was like the one thing she latched onto. And so when Haru leaves, she doesn't really have anything to like ground her. I guess that's kind of what Nazuna becomes in a way, which is, it's so fucked up. She's been through shit. But where kind of the like shonen aspect of it comes in, at least what I'm hoping for, is like Kabura saying to Ko, like, don't think you'll ever understand me. I'm a lost cause, don't end up like me. But it's like, is she a lost cause? Is she beyond help? I'm not so sure. Like, she's never gonna go back to the person she used to be before Haru, but I don't know. I guess I can talk about the vampire hunter girl a little bit, because then she shows up at the very end trying to look for Kabura's like special items so she can kill her, but the room is empty. And, you know, there's the talk between Ko and Nazuna of like, you know, maybe if the vampire hunter had had a different first impression with vampires, maybe she wouldn't feel that way. Like, what kind of pain would cause like a person to turn into the person that Anko has become? And, you know, it's like, is Ko gonna try and reach out and like make a connection there? Is that gonna land him in trouble? You know, is it gonna be good? Who knows? People who've read the manga, they know. Not me, though. The vampires also, you know, the way that people become vampires is by falling in love with somebody. That's also a really interesting idea, and I mean, it's already come up several times now with Kabura and Haru, and Kikyo, and whatever the fucking guy's name is. Oh, Akun. And now with Ko and Nazuna, where like Nazuna is this vampire who hasn't fallen in love, but was like born out of someone else's love, maybe? Like, I don't know, there's something really interesting thematically there with her, and then also Ko, who is this human who's never experienced love. Actually, that's the connection. Yeah, neither of them have experienced love before. I do also want to mention that the vocal performance for Kabura, Shizuka Ito, amazing performance. The shift in the nuances between like present day Kabura, where she does have this more like motherly kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like she's got that colder voice, but also, is it like a character archetype or something? I don't know the word I'm going for. But like in the past, she sounds very different. Like she sounds like being a lot more timid, and just like the shift in that, I don't know. I'm not great at breaking down voice acting, but I guess she just is good at portraying a wide range of emotions. And yeah, God, Call of the Night is such a good series. I love it so much. I think that'll do it for this one. You know, like, comment, and subscribe. I forget to say it every time. I'm not good at this. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.